Hello everyone. Oops. Okay, that's not working. Hello. Hello. Just checking everything's working. It looks like it is. How is everyone today? Cool. So I started this painting yesterday. It was just a quick outline of the lion. And now I'm going to go in and sort of try and finish it off. Well, not finish off, just put the colour down, and then I'll continue the detail on another day. So the majority of this line is yellow ochre. I've changed my studio a bit so it's easier for you to see the painting. Hopefully it's better than it was. So what I'm going to start with, I'm going to look at, sort of focus on the yellow ochre. There's some white bits here, and maybe add some colour to the mouth as well. So let's see if I can get started. So there's a lot of yellow ochre in this painting, which is this. So I'll probably just put a base layer of yellow ochre. All this bit is quite dark, and then I'll sort of lighten up as I go this way. I use quite a large brush for this. Now, there's obviously quite a lot of dark here, but with the sort of strands of the line. So I'll see if I can. Sort of scratch it on to make it look like there's fur. I think I've got an older brush. I don't think I do here. So I'll basically start off with the areas that are sort of yellow ochre, and I'll just put the colour on now. Let me know what you think. Have a little chat. So as I say, it's going to be a short stream today, just getting some colour on the painting. Then I'll do the more detail the next time I go to stream. I'm using a very large brush for this because, as I say, it is literally just colour I want to do today. I think this painting is going to be quite challenging. I've never done such a sort of style before, so we'll see how it comes out. I'm just getting the base layers on, and then I'll start building up the colour later on. There's a lot of different textures on the fur, which is quite nice. So I'll look forward to doing that. I might use quite a lot of the pink pens to get that detail in. Sort of the dark paint pens, I've got a few colours here. So Page is all about building up the layers, so I've already created the sort of dark shadowy bit down here. I'm just going to paint over the top, and as I go I'm just going to use my eye, and it will look like a line eventually, but it's, as I say, it's quite a challenging one, this one, just to sort of get everything right.
The yellow paint.
Huh?
That's a yellow paint.
Yellow ochre. I've got my brother John with me today, so if you hear another voice, that's him. Most amazing man in the world he is. That's John. If you want to be on the big screen, you can go there.
Hi. Hi guys. I'm not used to it. I don't want to look annoying.
I can't hear what he's saying because I've got the headphones on. John's an artist too. He's very good at making things look not what they're supposed to look like. So this is the sort of pure yellow ochre I'm just doing on here. I'll start doing some more texture with the darker and lighter bits of it. But I'm just getting the yellow ochre down because may as well. I don't know what to do with the eye. I quite like painting with the eyes open, but in this particular picture, the eye is not open, so I don't really know whether I should sort of paint with it open or not. I think it's now time to get a bit of white on. Okay, that just went everywhere. This isn't going very well. Get a big splodge off the painting first, and then I'll tidy up the office. It's never going to come off. I think I say anything else important. A white paint appears to be stuck though. Right. There we go. So I'll mix that white paint in with the yellow ochre to make it a bit lighter now. So it's certainly a lot lighter around here. Maybe even lighter than that I've just painted. The white paint I use here is quite dense, so I do water it down quite a lot. I don't tend to use paint thinners like I know a lot of people do. Just getting the layers on now. And as I say, I'm not going in for detail now. This is just the texture, so I can paint over it with all the detail. I'm mixing on the canvas rather than on the palette. I'm just trying to get quite a lot of the mixing done. So the plan is to finish today with the whole canvas covered in paint. And I'll go through with all the detail later on with the Payne's Grey again. So instead of using Payne's Grey for some of the darker bits of the lion, I think I'm probably going to end up using sort of a burnt umber, a really dark burnt umber, just to clarify the difference between the background and the actual lion itself. It's right at the back here. Oh, sorry, raw umber, not burnt umber. It's very dark paint, this. And I think this is what I'll do for the sort of dark detailing bits. I'll use a slightly smaller bit. Perhaps this one here. Sort of scratch some dark bits. As I say, I'm not going for detail yet. I'll do detail next time. I'll start on the detail. The detail will obviously take by far the longest amount of time. I could just leave it as abstract and like this will be my first proper sort of abstract-y piece. I don't feel like that's my style. So you can see the technique I'm doing now is just sort of scratching on this and umber, so I can just get the the feeling of the mane here. I'll go into much finer detail as we go forward. So that there is a very white bit, so I'll go back and do that in a sec. I'm just roughly doing the outline of the eye, and I'll do a lot better job later on. Filling in the nose of the burnt umber, so it's a little bit more distinguishable from the Payne's grey of the background. Don't know if you can actually tell it's a lion yet. John, can you tell it's a lion? John, can you tell it's a lion?
Yeah.
Can you tell it's a lion yet?
Yeah.
I might have to do this bit in a more darker paint spray colour because I think there's a bit of orange, but I'll do the base colour as orange blue. I'll do the base colour as raw umber, then we'll move on to it, the detail. Sort of trying to get a bit of the detail of the teeth right now, and I'll certainly do it later on. I think actually having the green leaves, like in the reference image, out of the mouth might make it much better. I wasn't planning to do that. Let's see how it looks first. So I think that's probably the most of the raw umber there. Just clean the brush. Grab some of the white. I'm not going to do much detail on the eye today. I'll leave it as is. Just get the sort of vague colours down. I'm doing this without letting the paint dry, and I think it creates quite a nice sort of colour inference when you do that. I'm also being a bit lazy. I'm not diluting the white, which I should be doing. So let me know how that looks. Huh?
Look like a lion now.
Oh, John just said it looked like a lion if you didn't see that. Thank you, John. As I say, I'm not really paying much attention at the moment. I'm just getting the colour on the palette roughly the right place before I do the details. So now I'm going to do the sort of pinky colour of the mouth.
Toka bono kadogo kipembamba pembe na pembe pale ule lemon dogo kwa janso.
So I'm going to use the rose colour for this. See if that looks okay. What's that colour? That was quite dark. I was expecting it to be that dark. What does grenadine look like? Yeah, grenadine's far more closer. So I'm doing a bit of mixing on the canvas here rather than the palette, just to have that colour environment so it's not a solid colour. This grenadine isn't going very far. It's got quite a red tip of the tongue, which I'll probably do later on. Just get the base colour down for now. Grenadine might come in handy mixing it with the rose here. Sort of define the edges of the teeth, which I'll paint in a sec. Let me know what you think. I'm going to mix a bit of indigo with the raw umber here. And the reason is for this bit, which is quite bluey in colour. The inside of the mouth looks low, there's a little bit of blue going on. Maybe it's a reflection from sky or something, I don't know. Now, in the reference image, the teeth are not very sharp. However, I fully intend to make them look really sharp in the image, in the painting. Just realised that's completely wrong there. So I think that's the entire canvas covered now. That's what I plan to do today. Putting a white line just so we can determine where the edge of the mouth is. I think that might help quite a lot. Huh?
I'm watching from the screen.
Oh. So that was my aim today, to get our entire canvas covered, which I think I've done. And then I think from tomorrow, or whenever I stream next, I'll start doing the detail. But as you can see, it looks like a line already. And it's just the detail to sort of go ahead and sort of fix the actual painting. So yeah, it was going to be a short stream tonight. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I've been doing sort of 45 minutes or so. So thank you for watching. So yeah, tune in next time I come here. Cool. All right, thanks for tuning in. See you guys later.